Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Clarissa Rodriguez, Chair of the New York State Workers' Compensation Board. Now, due to the coronavirus pandemic and state guidelines regarding social distancing, today's board meeting is being conducted remotely from various locations throughout New York State. This meeting is also being webcast live for members of the public. Now, before we start on today's agenda, as many of you may have heard, Mary Beth Woods, our former executive director, has left the Workers' Compensation Board to take the position of executive director at the New York State Insurance Fund. Although she will be missed, we wish her well and are confident that she will do an excellent job in her new role. Now, the board's former general counsel, David Wertheim, has stepped in as acting executive director. David's expertise and guidance as general counsel has been invaluable to us, especially us board members. Now, we are incredibly excited for him and wish him well in his new role. Fortunately, David left us in the very capable hands of Heather McMaster, who is serving as active general counsel. Heather has been with the Workers' Compensation Board for 22 years in various positions. She worked in the Administrative Review Division before joining the Office of General Counsel, and her responsibilities have included full board review, legislation, regulations, paid family leave, medical issues, e-claims, and e-commerce. And she's also been working with the monitoring unit on payer compliance, as well as paid family leave. Before joining the Workers' Compensation Board, Heather worked in general practice for 6 years in the areas of personal injury, matrimonial, and bankruptcy law. She's a graduate of Brooklyn Law and Smith College. Welcome, Heather. We are very excited to be working alongside you. And I know that all of the board members will join me in congratulating her. So welcome, Heather.
Thank you, Chair. I'm glad to be here, and I look forward to working with all of you as well.
Thank you. Now, without further ado, I call on the 998th meeting of the board to order. Madam Secretary, will you please call attendance?
Yes, Chair. Vice Chair Foster.
Here.
Board Member Peprocki.
Here.
Board Member Higgins.
Here.
Board Member Logan.
Here.
Board Member Williams.
Here.
Board Member Hall.
Here.
Board Member Ossoly.
Here.
Board Member Crane.
Here.
Board Member Stasko.
Here.
Board Member Tavares. She's absent. Board Member Caginelli.
Here.
Board Member Delon.
Here.
Thank you. Chair, Board Member Tavares is absent today. All other members are present.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the absence of Board Member Tavares?
Yes, Chair, this is Board Member Stephen Crane, and I move to approve the absence of Board Member Tavares.
Thank you, Board Member Crane. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Logan, and I second the motion.
Thank you, Board Member Logan. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 1, approval of the March 16th, 2021 meeting minutes. You have all received a copy of the March 16, 2021 meeting minutes to review. Are there any questions or need for discussion? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Stephen Crane. I move to approve the March 16th, 2021 board meeting minutes.
Thank you, Board Member Crane. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Logan, and I second the motion.
Thank you. Is there any opposition to the motion? Seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 2, Office of General Counsel's Departmental Report. Acting General Counsel Heather McMaster will present the statistical and informational report for March. Welcome, Heather.
Thank you, Chair. Actually, Keith Longden will present March's statistical information this month.
Okay, my apologies. Supervising Attorney Keith Longden will present the statistical and informational reports for March. Oh, we can't hear you, Keith.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Heather. Members of the board. Good morning, everyone. The following is a statistical analysis of the workflow of the 3 divisions of the Office of Issue Resolution within the Office of General Counsel for the month of March 2021. The Adjudication Division held 19,336 hearings, resolved 13,018 cases at hearing, and issued 458 reserved decisions. During the month, 1,914 waiver agreements were finalized. Of those, 1,834 were reviewed at hearing, and 80 were reviewed administratively through our desk review process. The Administrative Review Division received 1,112 applications during the month, processed 1,051 applications during that period, and has an end-of-month inventory of pending cases of 2,770. And finally, Legal Affairs Division received 127 full board review applications during the month, processed 100.
We've lost your audio. Keith, we lost your audio for the tail end of that there. Can you try again?
I'm sorry?
Okay, now you're back. We lost your audio for the tail end of that.
I apologize. Yeah, I lost my audio for a second. And that concludes my report for the month of March 2021, unless there are questions.
Okay, are there any questions or need for discussion? Hearing and seeing none, may I please have a motion to accept the statistical and informational report of the Office of General Counsel?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Stephen Crane. I move to accept the statistical and informational report for the Office of General Counsel.
Thank you, Board Member Crane. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Logan, and I second the motion.
Thank you, Board Member Loban. Is there any opposition to the motion? Seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? Okay, I hear no opposition. I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 3, licensing applications. Now, Acting General Counsel Heather McMaster will now present the licensing applications.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. Chair Rodriguez, Vice Chair, board members, and colleagues. You have before you the recommendations from the assigned board panel regarding the licensing applications listed in Part 3 of today's agenda. A is for Section 24A is a recommendation for Christina Lang of a 3-year renewal. Number B, Section 53B is a recommendation for Comp Care Services LLC for a 1-year renewal. Item number C, Section 53D is a recommendation for American Claims Management, Inc. for a 3-year renewal, and for ACS Claim Services, LLC for a 3-year renewal. I present these recommendations to the board for your consideration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Heather. Are there any questions or need for discussions? Seeing and hearing none, may I please have a motion to accept the recommendations of the panels as presented by Heather?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Stephen Crane. I move to accept the recommendations of the panels as presented and as identified as item 3 on the agenda.
Okay, thank you, Board Member Crane. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Lauren Logan, and I second the motion.
Okay, thank you so much for that second, Board Member Logan. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing and seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? I am also a yes, that motion is also passed. Thank you, board members. Agenda item 4, legal appeals. Supervising Attorney Keith Longden will now present the recommendations concerning decisions by the appellate division.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. On this month's agenda, in item number 4, there are 13 decisions of the Appellate Division, 3rd Department involving appeals from decisions of the board. Of those 13 decisions, 11 are affirmances, 1 is an affirmance in part and a dismissal in part, and 1 is a modification of the board's decision. There's also in item 4N, for your information, a decision of the appellate of the Court of Appeals, which affirmed the decision of the Appellate Division, 3rd Department from a board decision. It's the recommendation of the Office of General Counsel that all 13 Appellate Division, 3rd Department decisions, which are found in items 4A through 4M on your agenda, be adopted as a decision of the board.
Thank you very much. Now, may I have a motion to accept the recommendations of the Office of General Counsel?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Crane. I move to accept the recommendations of the Office of General Counsel.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Logan, and I second the motion.
Thank you, Board Member Logan. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, thank you. All opposed? Okay, I hear no opposition. I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 5, our mandatory full board review. We start with case number 5A, the Salvation Army Buffalo. Case number G2611715. Is there a motion with respect to 5A on the agenda?
Yes, Madam Chair. This is Board Member Mark Stasko, and I move that the majority opinion be adopted as the opinion of the full board.
Thank you, Board Member Stasko. Is there a second?
Yes, this is Board Member Linda Hull, Madam Chair, and I second that motion.
Thank you, Board Member Hull. Are there any recusals from this matter? Is there any opposition to the motion?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Frederick Orsley. There is opposition to the motion.
Thank you, Board Member Orsley. In light of the opposition, I call upon the Secretary for a roll call vote.
Okay. Board Member Orsley.
No.
Board Member Caginelli.
Yes.
Board Member Crane.
Yes.
Board Member DeLon.
Yes.
Board Member Higgins.
Yes.
Board Member Hull.
Yes.
Board Member Loban.
Yes.
Board Member Peprocki.
Yes.
Board Member Stasko.
Yes.
Board Member Williams.
Yes.
Vice Chair Foster.
Yes.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
that motion is passed 11-1.
Okay, thank you. 5B, E. Ramapo, CSD. Case number G0894849. Is there a motion with respect to 5B on the agenda?
Yes, Madam Chair. This is Board Member Sam Williams. I move that the dissenting opinion be adopted as the opinion of the full board.
Thank you, Board Member Williams. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair. This is Board Member Caginelli, and I second that motion.
Thank you, Board Member Caginelli. Are there any recusals from this matter? Hearing none, is there any opposition to the motion? Seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. All opposed? Okay. That motion is passed. I am also a yes. Thank you. Moving on to 5C, Bruce Supply Corporation, case number G1804200. Is there a motion with respect to 5C on the agenda?
Yes, Madam Chair. This is Board Member Mark Higgins, and I move that the unanimous decision of the panel be adopted as the decision of the full board.
Thank you, Board Member Higgins. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Sam Williams. I second that motion.
Thank you, Board Member Williams. Are there any recusals from this case? Okay, is there any opposition to this motion? Hearing and seeing none, board members, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. All opposed? Okay, seeing and hearing none, I am also a yes. That motion is also passed. Thank you. Agenda item 6, cases for discretionary full board review. I now turn this portion of the agenda over to Vice Chair Foster.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the cases listed in item 6 of your agenda, it has been recommended that full board review be granted. Those cases are 6A, matter of CDTA, 6B, Suez North America, 6C, New York Black Car Operations, 6D, PR Plumbing and Heating, Inc., and 6E, matter of Bronx Psychiatric Center. I move to refer the cases back to the respective panels for further consideration.
Thank you, Vice Chair Foster. Is there a second to the motion?
Yes, Madam Vice Chair. This is Lauren Logan, and I second the motion.
Okay, thank you, Board Member Logan. Are there any recusals from any of these matters? Hearing and seeing none, is there any opposition to the motion? All right, seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all opposed? I hear no opposition. I am also a yes. That motion is passed. Thank you, Vice Chair Foster. Agenda item 7 in other business. I just want to ask Keith Longden to please, for the record, would you mind reading the latter half of your statistical and informational report that got cut off? Keith, we can't hear
Thank
you.
you. Yes, I'm sorry. I just had to unmute myself. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
I
Yes.
apologize for that. I'm not sure what happened there, but yes, I'm just going to read. The entire report is fairly short. I'm not sure where it got cut off, so I'm gonna read the entire report.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For the record, again, thank you very much. And so, statistical analysis for the month of March 2021. The Adjudication Division held 19,336 hearings, resolved 13,018 cases at hearing, and issued 458 reserved decisions. 1,914 waiver agreements were finalized, including 1,834 waiver agreements finalized at hearing and 80 waiver agreements finalized via the desk review process. Administrative Review Division received 1,112 applications for board review. They processed during that time 1,051 applications for an end-of-month inventory of 2,770 cases. And finally, the Legal Affairs Division received in the month of March 2021 127 applications for full board review, processed during that time 136 applications for an end-of-month inventory of 203 cases. That concludes my report unless there are any questions. Thank you.
No. Okay. Thank you so much, Keith. We appreciate that for the record. Now, agenda item 8, adjourning our meeting. May I please have a motion to adjourn our meeting?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Stephen Crane. I move to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Board Member Crane. Is there a second?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Board Member Lauren Logan, and I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? You hear no opposition. I am also a yes. That motion is passed. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.